Season 2's third episode of The Mandalorian introduced a familiar face from the animated shows, and as usual, was peppered with plenty of other references and callbacks from Star Wars past. We'd hate to ruin anything for you, so make sure you've watched the episode before going any further, but if you already have, then let's do it. I'm Greg Elliott with Screen Rant, and here's every Star Wars Easter egg in Chapter 11 of The Mandalorian. The episode picks up with the Razor Crest finally, or barely, making it to Trask, and we're treated with some subtle nods to the original trilogy right off the bat. The camera angles used to show off the Crest cockpit are visually very similar to those used for the Millennium Falcon, and with that hexagon marking the landing spot, the map of Trask on the display screen does kinda look like the Death Star with its laser dish.
Can you fix it?
Fix it? Nah, but I can make it fly.
While we've never been to Trask before, it does have some species that we've definitely seen before, like Mon Calamari and Quarren, who both made their first appearances in Return of the Jedi. The crane that lifts the Razor Crest out of the water has legs just like an AT-AT walker from The Empire Strikes Back, and although we don't get a great look at it, the Mamacore that almost eats Baby Yoda kinda looks like a water sarlacc, so maybe they're related. Which brings us to the big reveal of the episode, the live-action return of Bo-Katan Kryze, played by Katie Sackhoff, who voiced the character in both the Clone Wars and Rebels animated series, who swoops in to save Din in a shot very much like the one of the Death Watch rescuing him as a kid from Season 1. The last time we saw Bo-Katan was in the final season of Rebels, about 10 years before the events of The Mandalorian, where she took up the ancient Mandalorian weapon known as the Darksaber and became the leader of her people. But sometime between then and now, the Great Purge happened, wiping out most of the Mandalorians, and Moff Gideon somehow got his hands on the Darksaber, and well, Bo-Katan really wants it back. The show did give us a little more detail, explaining how Din Djarin is a child of the Watch, a group of religious cultists who want to go back to the ancient way of the Mandalore, and clarified the apparently misguided reasons behind why Din won't remove his helmet.
Troopers?
Squad at most.
And they couldn't hit the side of a bantha.
The Imperial freighter the Mandalorians raid is a Gazanti-class cruiser which first appeared in The Phantom Menace and has since been seen all over Star Wars, and it's filled with Imperial officers and stormtroopers, some of whom are wielding heavy repeater rifles, a gun which first appeared in the 1995 Star Wars Dark Forces video game, and one stormtrooper even yells "Blast them," which is a line ripped directly out of A New Hope.
Stop that ship! Blast them!
The episode ends with Bo-Katan sending Din Djarin to the forest planet Corvus to seek out Ahsoka Tano, Anakin Skywalker's former Padawan from the Clone Wars series, who was last seen roughly 10 years ago timeline-wise in the series finale of Rebels, joining another Mandalorian, Sabine Wren, to go find their friend and Jedi, Ezra Bridger. This isn't a huge surprise, as we've known for a while that Rosario Dawson will be playing Ahsoka, but it's still pretty dang cool, and after getting a live-action Bo-Katan, we can't wait to see Ahsoka in the flesh as well. So make sure you come back to Screen Rant next week for more Mandalorian Easter eggs. I'm Greg Elliott, thanks for watching, and I have spoken.